Stay News.
When do we want it?
United Nations talk on a treaty to end global plastic pollution open in Paris. United Nations Committee met in Paris on Monday to work on what is intended to be a landmark treaty to bring an end to global plastic pollution, but there is little agreement yet on what the outcome should be. The Intergovernmental Negotiating Committee for Plastics is charged with developing the first international legally binding treaty on plastic pollution, including in the marine environment. This is the second of 5 meetings due to take place to complete the negotiations by the end of 2024.
Only elimination, reduction, a full life cycle approach, transparency, and a just transition, only those can bring success. Because the truth is that we cannot recycle our way out of this mess.
At the first meeting held 6 months ago in Uruguay, some countries pressed for global mandates, some for national solutions, and others for both. Over 2,000 participants, including governments and observers from nearly 200 countries, have descended on the meeting hosted at the Paris-based United Nations Cultural Agency, UNESCO. One fundamental issue being considered on Monday is the system of voting on decisions for each nation, which had already produced lively debates and delays in the plenary sessions that are due to end Friday. Humanity produces more than 430 million tons of plastic annually, 2/3 of which are short-lived products that soon become waste, filling the ocean and often working their way into the human food chain. The United Nations Environment Programme said in April, plastic waste produced globally is set to almost triple by 2060, with about half ending up in landfill and under a fifth recycled, according to the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. The treaty could focus on human health and the environment, as desired by the self-named High Ambition Coalition of countries led by Norway and Rwanda, with limits on plastic production and restrictions on some of the chemicals used in plastics. The coalition is committed to an international legally binding instrument to end plastic pollution by 2040. It says that this is necessary to protect human health and the environment while helping to restore biodiversity and curb climate change. Alternatively, the treaty could have a more limited scope to address plastic waste and scale up recycling, as some of the plastic producing and oil and gas exporters want. Joshua Barker, Vice President of Plastics at the American Chemistry Council, said, "Countries are so different, a one-size-fits-all approach won't be effective, equitable, or implementable. Instead, the agreement should require national action plans, as that will most effectively eliminate plastic pollution specific to a country's situation."